Hello everybody, Manithral here. Welcome to the weekly update video for OSRS. This week we see the Yama CAs and more. And what better way to head into this, which is the combat achievement, sorry for clarification. But what better way to head into this also though with the changelog. So up first, it does say about the Yama combat achievements are live. So let's head into that and then we'll go back up to the changelog, essentially patch notes. So the Yama combat achievements is it only goes Elite, Master, and Grandmaster. Up first is the kill count, which is Yama Adept. You gotta defeat Yama Speed Trialist in 3 minutes and 38 seconds over your last 4 kills. Back so soon, defeat Yama without attacking the judge with the wrong style, and without taking more than 1 instance of damage each time he exiles you from the arena. Yama Veteran, defeat Yama 50 times. Yama Speed Chaser, you need to have an average time of under 3 minutes over your last 4 kills. No toppings, no drinks, thanks. Defeat Yama without anybody healing using anything other than plain pizza, and without anybody drinking potions. Odd achievement. Shadow Dancer, defeat Yama without getting hit by shadows and without ever being more than 1 tile away from the center of his shadow crash attack. Firefighter, defeat Yama without getting hit by fire and having only killed void players with special attacks. Yama Speedrunner, again, your overall last 4 kills have to be an average under 234. Contact Choreographer, defeat Yama while completing the Shadow Dance. Firefighter, back so soon, and without taking any other avoidable damage. And then finally, Contractively Unbound, defeat Yama under the conditions of one of his advanced contracts. Then we head back into the changelog. So up first we have Yama tweaks and fixes. So they updated the Chasm of Fire contract overhead icon colors for better consistency: green for range, blue for magic, yellow for special attacks, red for melee, and purple for binding spells. The Chasm Fire teleport scroll now teleports you in front of the voice of Yama. The Master Scroll book now uses the correct icon for the Chasm teleport scroll. Elite clues are now more common, dropping at a rate of 1 in 30 instead of 1 in 66. Indicates that you don't receive a contract upon killing a demon with the eligible style, you'll get a second ash drop to let you know you're killing them correctly. Fix the bug where the Dragon and Burning Claws were not guaranteeing their second hit splat from the Soul Flame Horn. The Phoenix Necklace proc will no longer remove Soul Flame Horn buff. The dossier no longer mentions the lockbox when opening it. The collection log now displays the correct dossier icon. Surge Potion now has a 6-tick delay when used with the PvP areas. The special attack energy will not restore if a player has moved more than 15 tiles away. Additionally, the potion cannot be used if you're already 100% special attack. Diabolical Worms can now be stored in the tackle box. Crushing Infernal Shale now guarantees you fair returns. You can still get multiple of the crushed Infernal Shales per Infernal Shake or Shale chiseled, but you're guaranteed to get at least as many as you crushed. Fix a bug where the player could use the Wet Cloth to bypass the mining requirements in the Infernal Shale. The Infernal Pickaxe no longer processes Infernal Shale. Increase the buy limit of Yama contracts from the Grand Exchange from 50 to 250 from 5. The Purging Staff special attack now counts towards the contract of the Glyphic Attunation. Scared contracts or extracts now work as expected, whether Aether runes when using the Daylight Essence. Added an empty option on the Barrel Demonic Tallow so it can be emptied from the inventory with the bank interface open. You can no longer use an inbox on Jim to smuggle the rag out. Fix the bug where the screen fading to black had a permanent duration if you entered as your friend left. The Oathplate armor set now has the correct icon in the Grand Exchange. Oathplate shards now appear in the Yama collection log entry. Remove the dragon chain body from the Yama collection log. The player costs of the worm, catalyst, and shard contracts now better reflect the values of their reward. Remove the agility shortcut icons from the bottom floor of the Chasm of Fire. There's also a little bit of hotfixes here, so they rebalance the dossier reward. Teleport scrolls now appear less frequently and in higher quantities. Increase the drop rate of the Radiant contracts and reduce the rate of the Horn and Oathplate contracts. Void Flares now apply special on-hit effects correctly. Fix an issue where the staff special attacks would consume special attack energy even if you were out of range due to the range reductions on effects like myopia and sensory clouding. So now we head into the Yama contract related tweaks. So Yama will no longer have increased hit points on any contract except for the contract of Bloody Blows and contract of Glyphic Intonation. In addition, the contract of the Bloody Blows, Yama's HP is increased by 20%, down from 40%, and for the Glyphic, it is increased by 15%, down from 25%. In a contract of the Bloody Blows, they've lowered Yama's prayer penetration on magic and range attack from 10% to 5%. All of Yama's contracts will trigger phase transitions at 75% and 50% HP rather than 66% and 33%. The contract of the Glyphic players will have a higher prayer bonus gain players with a higher prayer bonus gain bonus damage. So they made the damage bonus larger at higher thresholds. Void Flares in duo contracts no longer always spawn 140 HP, making them easier to solo and occasionally more manageable in a duo. It is no longer possible to splash the Void Flares during the contract of Bloody Blows. Remove the tile ranking mechanic from the contract catalyst, worm, and shard acquisition. This is still present in the contracts of Harmony and Oathplate acquisition though. Remove the Demon Bane restrictions from all contracts. To practice for the toughest contracts, the contract of Harmony and Oathplate, and money-making purposes, they've added a new option for people. Bring Yama 100 note pineapple pizzas and he'll let you take him on in his empowered form. The fight's identical to the toughest contracts of the Worm, Catalyst, and Shard acquisitions, but you'll receive regular loot. Grand Exchange, why not just, I don't know. But anyway, Grand Exchange tax changes. To help maintain a healthy and balanced game in the economy, they're making a change to the GE tax. They increased the GE tax rate from 1% to 2%. Any existing remains taxed at 1% will, and only new offers will use the new rate of the 2%. So new 2%, old 1%. Adjusted the sync rates for the several high-value items and removed others entirely. Adjusted low tier and early game items such as food, energy potions, teleport tablets, early game ammo, and my rooms are now tax exempt. Other changes: burning logs at a bonfire now offers the same XP as traditional fire making, though they'll still be used in the slower rate rather than lighting them manually. Players entering through the Guthix portal at the Castle Wards will now be randomly assigned a team at the start of each game. Leaving and rejoining the waiting room won't change your team. Your assignment only resets when a new game begins. Dragon Claws have regained their second hit passing logic. Players can no longer smuggle non-combat items into Soul Wars. The Master Scroll Box now uses the correct icon for the Colossal Worm teleport. They identified pure accounts whose defense level was erroneously bumped from level 1 to 2 due to last week's bug that caused the ranged weapons to grant incorrect type of amount of combat XP. The defense has now been restored to level 1 for those who are affected. And PvP Rota has moved to Period A, so you got 539 US PvP, 318 UK Bounty Hunter, 548 Germany High Risk PvP, 577 US Free to Play PvP, 559 UK LMS Competitives, and 390 AUS LMS Competitive and 569 AUS Bounty Hunter have been activated with this Rota. And we are going to the Zerker loadouts for ranked duels and tournaments this week in the PvP arena. So that is actually it though for this week, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later guys.